Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and today we're covering the Sith Triumvirate raid, and we're going to cover Phase 4 of the raid, and this is my first run through the event. This is Tier 6, so not Heroic, the last non-heroic tier of the event that we're covering today. And basically, if you've seen my videos for Phases 1, 2, and 3, they precede this video. Basically, it's the three of those smushed together into one final epic battle for Phase 4. You have all three bosses here, Nihilus, Sion, and Traya, and they basically have all their abilities. Traya is slightly different because she doesn't have her three lightsabers as separate entities. She has them around her, and she uses them to attack. And then they also call in two assists from helper NPCs. They get an assassin and a marauder, and it is as crazy and chaotic as that sounds. It is all the pain and agony of Phase 1 all over again with a lot of added wrinkles. The only benefit you get is that you have the stacking debuff from Sion, which actually increases your offense so you can do a little bit more damage. But other than that, it's pain. It's tough. So the other thing that you get is one special ability. So you get all the special abilities. You get the first Unbreakable Will, which allows you to super taunt. All attacks have to go to the target that puts up Unbreakable Will, and the character cannot be defeated when they have Unbreakable Will up. They'll survive, even annihilate. So you get that skill returning from Phase 1. And then the other skill that you get is one that can remove Isolate. So Traya can, again, isolate a character. It's kind of like Fracture in how it works out. That character can't assist. They basically can only act on their turn, and they can't help or get buffs or do anything else on any other character's turn. So now you get an ability to cleanse the Isolate, which is nice. And then the last thing you get is like a super soothe. There was a soothe in Phase 3 that let you take down the stacks of Bonds of Weakness, and that returns here. And I think it does the Bonds of Weakness, and it also does Sion's debuffs at the same time. But only healers and support characters get that ability. And it's on a 5-turn cooldown, and it's not a global cooldown. So if you have two support characters, one can use it, and then if you wanted to, the next turn, the other one could use it. There's no delay. Each character that has the ability has it on a 5-turn cooldown. So that's the basics of what's going on here. Support characters seem to be good because they have this Soothe All ability, so you want at least one, if not more, of those characters coming into the raid, which is a nice way to kind of encourage non-all damage lineups, non-all attacker lineups. And then when you get into the phase here, what I had been bringing my Titans team for all the previous phases, and I backed off that a little bit here. I subbed in Biggs for General Kenobi. Kenobi, in my view, is a bit weak when going against Nihilus because he basically procs a bunch of basic attacks, which isn't good when you're going against Nihilus. So Biggs is another support character. So he can also call assist to do big damage, but more importantly, he gets the Soothe All ability. So what I found to work best here, again, just in experimenting a little bit with my first run, is to focus all of your heavy damage on Nihilus first. The other thing is Traya can't be targeted until the very end when both Nihilus and Sion are down. So there's two ways you can go about this. The way that I think makes sense, you want to get one of these bosses down first, and I think it's Nihilus because he is more deadly. His Annihilate is crazy. His attacks go right through protection to your health. He has the big area effect that increases your cooldowns. Nihilus is the bigger threat, so I suggest taking him down first. But if you're in the situation where you don't want to either get the defense down debuff on yourself, or you don't want to feed Nihilus protection, if you have to use a basic, then I would suggest, if appropriate, target Sion, because Sion won't get protection, won't put the debuffs down. If Nihilus is about to use his Drain ability, you don't want debuffs on your character, so you're not decreasing his cooldowns for Annihilate. So, rather than attack Nihilus, even if it's a strong basic attack, you're going to put a defense down buff on yourself, attack Sion, and you won't get it. So, focus your heavy hits on Nihilus, but focus your basics on Sion. Nihilus should go down first, followed by Sion, and then you can focus on Traya. Again, it's really early. I don't know that that will be the ideal strategy, but it's what I came up with early on here in testing. Again, having a team that can sustain, regenerate protection, regenerate health is all going to be good because you're constantly taking damage straight to your health from Nihilus and also on every ability you use thanks to Traya. So this team did what I thought was pretty well, 630,000 damage with a little bit of change on top. My first time through the event, I think that either matched or beat my Phase 1 run. So I, again, pretty happy with that. It's not crazy. It's nothing that's going to break any records, but solid performance for my team. First run, I was happy with that. And this team is immune, as far as I know, to the nerfs that are coming. Yes, there was some shenanigans with Stormtrooper Han and being able to put up huge damage numbers, and that's all going to be changed, but this team should not be affected by it. So if you run a Titans team, this might prove useful to give you some insight into how this works and planning your teams. So thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, please feel free to leave a thumbs up for the video. I appreciate it. And as always, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.